Hey X7 family, it's Miss Richardson here, coming at you with another training video. So, what I am going to be talking about today is planning effective lessons. Because of course, if you plan an effective lesson, you will be able to deliver it to the kids in a way in which they'll have fun, in a way that you feel confident. The very first thing you want to do before you even start is you want to ask yourself, what do you want your kids to know or be able to do by the end of this lesson or activity today? So each of you will have a 45-minute block in order to teach. In that 45 minutes, you want to be able to take a lesson from start to finish without really any loss of time. So the first thing to do when the kids walk in the room is to establish a routine in which they know that you're going to start with some kind of warm-up. So you give your attention getter, like we learned in the previous training, and you say to them, all right, boys and girls, today we are going to start with, and you can fill that in with really anything. It could be a song, it could be a game, it could be a discussion where you give each group a prompt and they have to talk about something. It could be a quick quiz to review a concept that you talked about the week before. It could be a physical warm-up where you're doing some type of exercise. It could be a trivia or a challenge. That's my favorite, where you give them pretty much something they can't do until they learn the concept of the lesson, and then they go back to it at the end and they see, oh, okay, I needed to learn all that stuff in order to be able to accomplish this task. That one's one of my favorites. So once you give them their warm-up, they've done their warm-up, and it really shouldn't be too long. It should not take the whole lesson. The warm-up should not go over 5 minutes. Quick warm-up. You go into the concept of the lesson. The easiest thing to remember, it is a sage-old teacher wisdom. I do, we do, you do. So first you show them whatever it is that you want them to learn. Let's say you want them to learn how to build a house out of popsicles. You're going to show them the steps. You show them. You might want to scaffold it, which means break it down depending on how complex the activity is. Some stuff is easy. You can show it to them all at once and then have them practice. Sometimes you have to show them one step at a time before they practice. So I do is first, where you model. We do is when you have them do it with you. So let's say you're teaching them a song, for example, and you would sing the first verse and you would show them how it would go, and then you would have them sing it with you. That's we do. You do is obviously independence. So that's when they practice it without your help. So even if it's a game, you're teaching them a new game for your lesson, you show them how to do the game. You have them practice the game with you, and then you have them do the game independently with a partner. For any concept that you're teaching at camp, I do, we do, you do. Kids get frustrated when they don't know what's going on. Kids shut down if they think it's too hard. So sometimes you have to take it back. Sometimes you have to say, all right, Johnny, you wait on the side and I will help you in a second. Or Melissa, can you help Johnny? Sometimes Johnny might need a little bit more time in order to pick up the concept, and that's okay. We're not gonna scream at Johnny or fuss at Johnny because Johnny is a little slow. It's okay, everybody learns at a different pace. All right, so warm up. I do, we do, you do. Remember, keeping in mind, what do you want them to know by the time they get to you do? What is it that you want them to be able to accomplish? And then finally, we wrap it up camp-wise with what we call closure. And so with your closure, it could be the challenge that you presented in the beginning. Now you have them do it successfully, now that they have learned what they need to know. Or it could be another discussion about what it was they did that day. Or it could be a presentation, maybe in theater class, music class, drama class, art class, creative writing. It could be a presentation of what they worked on, and then the kids critiquing it or telling them how they enjoy it or what they liked about it. It could be a short skit, some type of way of showing off their learning. That's how you close out the lesson. You don't ever want them to leave without fully connecting what they did. And they need to be able to understand at the end, oh, today we came in here and our goal was to learn how to mime. And then at the end of it, we showed each other how to mime. So that was our point. Kids need to know what the point was of being in the room, or else they're going to run around like they're crazy and they're going to think it's free time. But if they walk in and you present to them, here's what we're doing today. Here's our task. Here's our point. Even the most uncontrollable child, if they comprehend the point, will usually follow suit. Now, of course, if after all of that they still don't get it, then you can call me. I'll come up there. But if you follow these steps, I guarantee you won't have that many kids that you have to call for backup on. All right, until our next training video, see ya.